My family loves Disney. Our house has Disney memorabilia on nearly every wall, and we visit Disney parks every year. We're also members of D23, and we're very excited to learn about Disney Infinity at the D23 Expo. When Disney Infinity was released, we quickly went out and bought nearly every piece of the game imaginable. We couldn't buy all the power discs, however. The reason was that they are packaged in what is supposed to be blind packaging, meaning you get 2 mystery discs in a package, and then you are supposed to go and trade the doubles that you get with other game fans to complete your collection. Hidden in very few random packages are rare discs, which would be more desirable because of their rarity. If you bought enough packages, theoretically, you would end up with some of these rarer discs, which you could then trade as well for other rare discs you need to complete your collection. Well, I quickly discovered that after the first day, when everything was so new, we would never be able to find another package in a local store that included a rare disc. Why? Scalpers and unscrupulous store employees had found easy ways to identify the packages, which included those rare discs, and they were being sold for a premium on auction sites before most of the general public of consumers could have a chance at them. I myself encountered a Toys R Us electronics section employee selling multiple sets of the rare discs on eBay. This really bothered me, of course, to find out we could be taken advantage of like this. This is extremely frustrating because the scalpers could be easily thwarted if only the way the discs were packaged was different. Let me make it clear. We love Disney and love the game and only want everyone to have the same fair chance to get the rare and regular discs they desire. So to even the playing field and hopefully convince Disney that this needs to be fixed, I am going to demonstrate how the scalpers are taking advantage of us all. My only purpose here is to hopefully prod Disney into fixing their packaging issue and make it fair for everyone. If Disney won't or can't change the way the discs are packaged, at least everyone will have as equal a chance as the scalpers. So there are actually a few ways to discover what kind of discs one will get. The discs come packaged, 2 at a time, in a super thin foil package. Simply by feeling the edges of the discs, one can tell whether the discs are round or hexagonal. The round discs go under the character on the Infinity base, in either playset or toy box mode, and give the character more powers, abilities, or health, that sort of thing. The hexagonal discs go in the hexagonal area on the Infinity base and can be used in toy box mode to add cool items to use and textures to the play area. The rare discs, at least at this time, are all these hexagonal discs. The pictures on common discs are smooth. Pictures on the rare discs are all these holographic images, like those old 3D postcards that would give you the shivers if you ran your finger over them. Remember the tiny ridges on those old pictures? Well, those ridges are on the rare disc pictures too, and that's the first easy way a scalper can tell in a store whether they are holding an unopened package with a rare disc. Now, the discs are packaged with the picture side outward. The foil wrapping that the packages are made up of is extremely thin. Thin enough, in fact, that if a dirty scalper runs a fingernail over the foil of the package directly over the picture surface, they can actually easily feel those ridges if the picture is the holographic kind on the rare discs. Now, they won't be able to tell which rare disc they have found with this method, of course, but any rare disc is more desirable and valuable. I will, however, show you in a moment how a scalper or store employee can actually know the exact disc in an unopened package as well. So anyway, a person can quickly run their fingernails over the picture surfaces of all the packages in a store and buy all the ones that had ridges, assuring themselves of getting every last available rare disc in the store. So how can someone know the exact discs that are in an unopened package? I'll show you now. Now, the way the Infinity base knows what disc is being used is by using RFID technology. RFID stands for radio frequency identification, and it's the same kind of thing that some smartphones and credit cards and even the microchip in your pet dog uses to identify themselves to other electronic devices. I'm not going to go into all the technology involved, but the Infinity base is able to read those RFID chips embedded in the power discs, and it can even do so through the unopened packaging. I'm going to demonstrate here how somebody can take an unopened package, like this one that I just bought at Target, unopened, and quickly tell the exact discs inside. Since unopened packages can be returned to the retailer for a full refund, it would then be possible for a dishonest person to buy cases of discs, take them home, read them all unopened, then return any that they didn't want. So first I'll show you what happens again on the screen while in toy box mode when you add discs to the base. When you lift your character and add a circular disc to the round space, it tells you what you have added. In this case, Bolt's super strength. If you add a hexagonal piece, it adds that to the screen. Dumbo the flying elephant just landed. Now look what happens when I set an unopened package on the base in both spots. I felt the edges of the discs in this package, so I know that this package just happens to include one circular and one hexagonal disc. Now the game will protest if it sees the wrong kind of disc in a spot, but it will still show you what any correct shape discs in that area might be. So when I set the package on the hexagonal area, let's get rid of this one. Now look how it complains about a wrong disc, but it still shows me that the other correct shaped hexagonal disc is in fact Stitch's blaster. I don't know if you guys saw it there. See it? There it is, Stitch's blaster. Now if I set the same package on the circular area again, it complains, but as I remove the package, it'll also show me that there was a circular pieces of 8 disc in that package. So let's open the package and see if the base was right. Pieces of 8 and Stitch's blaster. So this all leads up to the whole purpose of this video. How can Disney fix this? There are a few things that can be done. First, they can package the discs in a cardboard box like they do for some collector pins at Disneyland. That would keep people from being able to scrape the holographic picture with their fingernail. They could also simply turn the picture faces inside if they still want to use the loose foil packaging. Packaging would have to be a bit smaller though, because when I put these in here at the full size, I don't know if you can see this, but you can still kind of move the discs around in there and probably get a fingernail in there to scrape it a little bit. So they'd have to make these a little smaller so that the discs couldn't move around. So what can they do about the Infinity base, being able to fully identify the discs in the packaging? Pretty simple, really. Ordinary, regular thickness aluminum foil, or the equivalent. Watch what happens when I wrap the discs in a single layer of plain old foil. Can't see anything. It even blocks the character. Making unopened packages non-returnable, as is often the case with computer software, would help too. So there you have it. Scalpers can be easily thwarted from cheating us all and identifying discs at the initial level if just a few easy changes are made. Please, Disney, let us all enjoy the game and have an equal chance.